Polycom Studio is equipped with a next-generation 4K camera, complete with 5x zoom and 120-degree field of view, meaning you can see just about everything. That's why Polycom's unique automatic camera framing is so important. With automatic framing, you'll see just enough.
Let's take a look at the presenter tracking feature on Poly Studio. So I'm an instructor in a classroom. There are students here in the class with me who are spread out. They're wearing masks and I'm wearing a mask for protection. And we also have more students on the far end over video. Now, as an instructor, sometimes I'm not comfortable with video, with being able to teach the way I want to, because I'm afraid if I get up and move, I'm gonna be off camera. Either I don't have a tracking camera system at all, or I've got one that moves too slow and I'm afraid I'm gonna get out of the field of view. The great thing about Poly Studio with presenter tracking is I can be confident that I can get up and walk around the room. Maybe I want to come over to this whiteboard to be able to write something, or I want to come over to my virtual interactive whiteboard and annotate or share some content. Or maybe I just want to pace around a little bit and be more mobile and active while I'm teaching, because it's a more natural fit for my style rather than having to stay locked down in my chair all the time. And this is one of the great benefits of this presenter tracking feature on Poly Studio. Let's do a quick demonstration of noise block technology on Poly Studio. So I'm coming to you in a real video call from Poly Studio, and there are all sorts of potential sources of distraction in this meeting or any other meeting. It could be a lunchtime meeting, or it could be a leaf blower outside, or a keyboard, right? One of the most common sources of noises in a meeting that can cause anything from a minor irritation to completely derailing your call while you have to stop and ask everybody to go on mute. So that's what noise block takes care of. So I'm going to start typing on my keyboard and you'll see what noise block does. All right, so you can see once I start typing, it automatically senses that there's distracting sound, and noise block is keeping that out of our calls, keeping us distraction free and on track with our meeting. Let's do a quick demonstration of acoustic fence on Poly Studio. So we're in a real live video call right now using Poly Studio, and we're in a huddle room that is prone to a lot of outside sound coming in. We're right by a reception area that's pretty high traffic. We get a lot of people coming through and having conversations right outside of the room that can become distracting for the meetings that we're holding in here. So that's what acoustic fence is helping take care of. It's creating a virtual fence that's capturing the voices of the people in our room, but it's blocking distracting voices and sounds from outside. So let me start walking towards the exit. You'll see what I mean. So as I keep talking, back inside the fence, you'll hear my voice once again, right? So it's making sure that you're just hearing the participants you want to hear in your calls and blocking folks from outside from being a distraction during your meetings. Let's do a quick demonstration of the group framing and speaker tracking experiences on Poly Studio. So one of the great benefits of Poly Studio is its super wide 120-degree field of view camera, because in a huddle room like this, you have to be sure you can see everyone in that room. But the key is you don't want to see this all the time. You want to see just the people who are in there. So with our smart group framing technology that does this all automatically. So now my colleague Lillian is going to come in the room, and once she comes in and has a seat, Poly Studio is going to recognize that there's someone else in this room, and it's going to change our camera view to see just the two of us without seeing too much. In addition to group framing, Poly Studio can also do automatic speaker tracking. So it'll start in that group shot until someone speaks. Then it'll do a close-up on the person talking. So if Lillian starts speaking.
If I start talking, then the camera is going to refocus on me. And if I throw it back to Brian.
And then it'll focus on me, right? So this might be better in more of a presentation-oriented environment. Maybe you want to keep it in that group tracking view if it's more of a collaboration environment. And the great thing is, no matter which mode you're using, it all happens automatically within Poly Studio. It doesn't need any drivers or other software on the PC. So it works with any cloud video service.
You